Okay, so we're going to go over the G, C, and D chords. We're going to go over the G major scale, and we're going to go into a bit of practice habits and things that I want you to be thinking about while you're practicing, okay? So the G, C, and the D chord, we are going to have just our nice cowboy G chord. So this is the 3rd fret on the 6th string, 2nd fret on the 5th string, open, open on 4 and 3, and then 3 on 2 and 1. And that is going to form our G chord. We're then going to go to our C chord, which is 3, 2, open, 3 and 3. And we're going to use this as our C chord. It looks like this. Here's the shape. Okay, you can see my hands there. And we're also going to use this D chord. We're going to play open 4, 2nd fret on string 3, 3rd fret and 3rd fret on strings 2 and 1, okay? And we're going to come up with a quick strum pattern, and this is going to sound like this: down, up, down, up, down, up, down, okay? So down, up, 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 down. Okay, let's do it again, and I'm going to tell you when I'm going to switch, okay? 1 and 2 and down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Get ready to switch. Down, down, up, down, up. Back to the G chord. Back to the C chord. We're going to go to the D chord now. To the C chord. Now to the G chord. Okay, great. So try and play along with that. And another thing I want to mention is to make sure that you're using good economy of motion. Economy of motion is the idea that we are making the best use possible for our fingers when we're swapping between chords and stuff like this. So for example, when we play this G and we go to this C, the only thing we need to do is move these 2 fingers between these 2 strings. And we can very quickly go between those 2 chords. These 2 fingers, they don't need to lift up. You know, if I'm going to play this G chord and then I'm going to go to this C chord, that's just a hard switch to do. Lots of people are going to do that switch for sure. But that is a much more serious case where we would need to make sure our fingers are being absolutely efficient between moving between those chords, because that's a big jump. Now I have to move every single finger in a quite drastic place, whereas this one I literally just moved only those 2 fingers, okay? The other thing about economy of motion is we don't want to place this finger and then this finger, then this finger, then this finger. We want to, when we go to the G chord, we want our fingers to just form the G chord and then land on the strings, okay? So if I'm going to play this G chord and I'm going to move to the cowboy C chord, which looks like this, you know, this is the one that everyone knows, then we need to make sure that we're going to play this G chord, and then all of our fingers are going to move simultaneously to the place that it has to for us to play the C chord. So that is the idea of economy of motion, okay? Make sure you're staying relaxed when you're playing that as well, okay? Just because this is going to be sort of uncomfortable as we're going to begin playing the guitar, but our goal is to be relaxed, and that will allow the thing to, whatever it is that we're doing, whether it's chords or scale or whatever, to feel a lot easier to play, okay? Tension in your hand is what's going to make that feel very difficult and hard to swap between things. So the G major scale, that sounds like this. So playing a scale is just the idea of playing something that isn't necessarily like super melodic or anything, but it is going to give us a lot of opportunity to have our hands on the guitar and to play, to think about how our fingers are being used, okay? So we're going to start the scale with our second finger on the 3rd fret on string 6, okay? And then we're going to go to the 5th fret, string 6. Then we're going to play that with our pinky too. First finger, 2nd fret on string 5, 2nd finger, 3rd fret on string 5, pinky on 5th fret, string 5, 2nd fret, string 4 with our first finger, okay? 3rd finger, 4th fret on string 4, pinky on 5th fret, string 4, first finger on the 3rd fret, string 2nd fret, 3rd string, sorry. Then we go to the 4th fret on string 3, the 5th fret with our pinky on string 3, 2nd finger, 3rd fret on string 2, 4th finger, our pinky finger, on the 5th fret on string 2, 2nd fret, string 1 with our first finger, and we finish it with the 3rd fret on string 1. So that entire time, we are trying to make sure that we're playing with another example of good economy of motion, making sure that we're using available fingers instead of just playing with our first finger the whole time. That is going to make everything take a lot longer, right? So if we want to do it quickly and easily, again, we are going to want to use good economy of motion. When you see guitar players make it look easy, it's because they've arranged it in such a way that it is easy, but they've also practiced it for forever. So it isn't easy, but you know, you're getting to a place where you're trying to make things as easy as possible. So remember, practice 4 times a week for 30 minutes. I want you to focus on what feels fun, but if there were to be an ideal practice, then I think that would sound like 5 minutes of scale practice and not a lot of time spent on scales, but just making sure that you're warmed up, you feel like you're ready to play a song, and then, you know, going to play songs and stuff, okay? And I will send along You Are My Sunshine and the G major scale, and we'll go over all those things as well next week to make sure that you feel more comfortable and prepared for what the future will be with guitar, okay? But looking forward to this. Okay, thank you so much. Bye.